Hello everyone and welcome to the online training day 3 in VELA project. Today we're going to discuss about two main results in our project results 3 and 4. As may you know, the project is mainly focusing on how to empower vet trainers and educators in delivering innovative learning context for adult learners, and for that purpose we're going to explain these two key documents and the main features. So the project results 3 is the ebook, How to Increase the Quality of E-Learning, Keep Concentration High During Long Online Sessions and Gamification Resources. And is a product that is mainly focusing on how to maximize the engagement of the learners and motivate them to continuous learning for lifelong training and improvement. This ebook will help educators, facilitators, and other vet providers in developing educational pathway on innovative tools and practice. So the main idea is to insert some gamified resources and some game elements in learning environment for adult learners. And the general objective will be to enhance the potential of the individuals through gaming and how to increase their engagement and active learning. So we will have also a series of technological features that will be created for this purpose. And the target group, as I already said, are mainly educators and vet providers to deliver training content to their learners. The ebook will include some guidelines, general guidelines for educators on how to keep concentration high during long online sessions, so motivate people, how to make them be interactive online, and how to make them actively involved in the process, in the learning process. We will have also some guidelines for educators on how to increase the quality of the digital learning environment. So what are the criteria to increase the quality, and what are some indicators to measure quality in learning context. And so we will also have some best methods and best practice, focusing on some key tools and teaching one. And we also use gamification resources for educational purposes. The ebook will be available in our project channels, main channels, so mainly in the website that you can see the link here in the slide. And it will also be available on the Moodle platform in VELA project. And the languages will be English, Italian, Spanish, Romanian, Greek, and Polish, so to cover up the language in our project. We have a first draft structure for this product, the result 3. This is a very general draft structure which will be finalized soon after the training. So we have a general introduction about the project and the main aim of the project. We have the introduction to the e-learning, and so what is it, why we use it, and why we have to improve e-learning for our adult learners. We have some quality factors when talking about e-learning, and so here we will focus mainly on the skills. So we have also some cognitive and social skills and factors that can be impactful for our learners. But we also will focus on all self-regulated learning skills, because we think that the learner is at the center of his own learning, and that's why we will motivate people to be the active learners in their learning process. We have some strategies to keep students' concentration in online classroom, and so some tips, some general tips. We have some strategies to increase the effectiveness of online learning materials. Once again, here we will provide some key tips and main steps. And we will have a series of tools that are really helpful to increase the engagement of people during online session. Of course, one main focus will be on gamification, so how to use game elements in learning environment. and how to motivate people through gaming resources. We will have also a collection of good practices, examples in Europe and from the VELA countries. And finally, the main conclusion and impact. As for the results 4, this result is the European framework for the provision of digital competencies, and mainly we will focus on skill assessment, validation and recognition tools. As we know, the recognition of competencies and key qualification is very important in European country, and especially if we have to look for a job and new opportunities for our career life. And we have some key information about the European framework. So it will mainly focus on the enhancement of skills and qualification by the individuals, their lifelong training and continuous updating and reskilling. So the need for each individual to be active, trained and improve the quality of his own apprenticeship. We will have some, this framework will support a wide range of learners and learning scenario around Europe, and we will mainly talk about knowledge, skills and attitudes as in the other European framework for competencies. It will boost the transition from unemployment or inactivity into employment, because the final idea is to help people look for new job opportunities and career pathway. Through a quality and more flexible workforce, because once again the idea is to make people be high quality employees. And the e-book will reduce also the gap in the vocational education and training sector. As we know, there is sometimes a lack of skills in this vocational education and training sector, and the lack of recognition of the skills during the vocational education and training pathway. And that's why we will have to recognize this qualification at both European level and national one. The European framework will include a very first step, that is the collection of the existing initiatives around Europe and in all national countries in VELA. So it's mainly a mapping of initiatives, a sort of repository. Then we will have the creation itself of the reference framework. So we will have this grids, this tool for the recognition of the competencies, and it will be further exploited by the trainers, educators and employers in VELA project to assess and evaluate the competencies of the employees and the general public. And we will have a series of tools, questionnaires and templates, but also some self-assessment tools that will be helpful, and they will be integrated into the general reference framework for the recognition of skills. Of course, all these deliverable and all this product in our project will fully be in compliance with the European quality framework, the general one. So we will be really attentive and careful to guarantee this uniformity to the European standard. And finally, of course, the partners will ensure the transferability of skills in and out of VELA, because the idea is also to make our project be sustainable after the project end. And so for that purpose, a series of new stakeholders and adult learners will be involved later on the project and soon after the end of the project too, as final beneficiaries. The European framework will be available as the other document online, so in our project website, in our learning portal, which is the Moodle in VELA project, and of course it will be translated in all the languages of the project, so English, Italian, Spanish, Romanian, Greek and Polish. Thank you for your attention.